At what age did you understand that you were a nerd? I realized I was a nerd at a very young age. I want to say I was about 8 or 9 years old. It kind of came about when I got a regular Nintendo and became addicted to it. I played with my brothers all the time. Any free time we had, I mean, we were on that thing. My mom basically had to like drag us away from it or turn it off by standing in front of us to get us to go eat dinner. So yeah, it kind of took off from there. I got a Super Nintendo and it progressed from that point until today. I am still playing. If I lived home, I'm sure my mom would still be having to stand in front of the TV to get me to eat. Okay, so let me see. What has been your favorite cosplay so far, and what plans do you have for the future? I am very new at cosplaying. I've actually only just completed my first costume, which is Carol Danvers, or Miss Marvel, and so I guess that would have to be my favorite costume that I've made, because I've only made one. So that's my favorite costume. So what plans do you have for the future? I have many plans for the future. I have many costumes that I'm planning on making. Right now I have about 100 ideas in my head. As far as ones that I'm already working on, I am working on a Poison Ivy. I'm also working on a Full Metal Alchemist and a High School of the Dead uniform, and I'm also planning on making the Samus Zero suit, which I'm very excited about. That one's probably going to end up being my favorite. Okay, so what is something most of your fans don't know about you? Most of my fans don't know that I never make my bed, ever. It's kind of a problem. Yeah, I feel like it's just easier to dive into it when it's not already made. So that's something you guys didn't know about me. And let me see. What is the most illegal thing you have done? I have done many illegal things. I'm just kidding. Actually, the one illegal thing that stands out was when I was really young and I decided to take some buttons from Joanne Fabrics and hang them on my wall. By the way, I was 7 when I did this. There were some kitty cat buttons, and my mom ended up coming into the bedroom and seeing them on my wall and made me take them back to Joanne Fabrics and apologize to the manager. So it was super embarrassing, and needless to say, I haven't stolen since then, probably because of that reason. Okay, next question. Where are you from, and where do you currently call home? I live in Florida, and I have lived here my entire life. I am from West Palm Beach, and I don't plan on moving anytime soon. Do you have a favorite anime, and why do you love it? I have many favorite animes, all for different reasons, but if I had to pick one, I would probably say Slayers. I would say Slayers because my older brother introduced it to me when I was really young, and I was kind of able to relate to the main character, which was Lena Inverse, who was this really freaking badass sorceress girl who was made fun of throughout the entire thing because of how small she was, and I guess I kind of looked up to her. So it's been a very impactful anime in my life, so it would have to be number one. What is your dream job? Whew. My dream job would probably be to be an astronaut. I am studying astronomy, so that's probably one of the main reasons right there. Also because I'm obsessed with space. And let's see, do you have a nerd crush? Yes, I have many nerd crushes. I'm sure every girl that watches anime or reads comic books has a nerd crush. My, I guess, biggest nerd crush would have to be on Inuyasha, who is from the anime Inuyasha, and I have a crush on him I guess because he always has like this little bit of like bad guy attitude about him, but he really is a good guy. And I know he's not human, he's like half dog, but I've just always had a special place in my heart for him. Okay, so what was your first cosplay? Well, my first cosplay was the Miss Marvel, the Carol Danvers costume that I made. I have worn other costumes. I have worn a Padme Amidala costume and a Link costume that I half made, which is from Legend of Zelda. I just don't really count those because I didn't make the full thing, so I can't really take credit for it. Okay, next question. I could have one superpower, what would it be? My one superpower that I would wish to have would probably be flying, just because it's awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to fly, go everywhere? It'd be pretty awesome. Batman or Superman, and why? Hands down, gotta pick Batman. He's overall way more awesome, has so many awesome comic books, he has great video games, he has amazing movies, and he's just, I don't know, a million times better than Superman. I don't think anyone would argue with me over that. And if you would, you're wrong. Okay, Vader or Luke Skywalker? This one's harder for me because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I don't want to upset anybody who might feel differently than me on this, but I'm going to have to go with Darth Vader. I know he's on the dark side for most of the time, but he was good at one point, and he also kind of sacrificed himself for Luke towards the end, so, I mean, I just think that Darth Vader is way more badass. Actually, yeah. Him, that guy right there. Yeah, actually, I have a lot of Darth Vaders, actually, all around me right now. I have Darth Vader clock. I have a Darth Vader backpack. I have, amazingly enough, a lot of Darth Vader things. Actually, I have my pass from the Star Wars celebration in Orlando that just passed, this past August, and it was Darth Vader. So yeah, hello, I mean, I was surrounded by him, so of course I had to go with Darth Vader over Luke Skywalker. Okay, so do you have a message for people hoping to do what you're doing? Yes. If you're planning on getting into cosplay or you want to start making costumes, totally do it. It's so much fun. You are surrounded by people with similar interests to you, and it's just like a fun hobby to have. I mean, you're constantly with great people at conventions and different, comic book shows, so definitely do it if you're thinking about it. And yeah, you guys can find me at my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Heather1337, and thank you for listening. And I'm going to do an awesomely nerdy dance at the end of this, kind of spur of the moment. It's Mario.